So I just finished session 10 of the NPOD system, and really session 9 and 10 pretty much go together in the sense that he's presenting a lot of information. I think he just decides to break it down over 2 sessions, which is a really good thing. And after I had taken session 9, I realized that since he was really getting into promoting your offer out in the world via a variety of methods, that I better take a break and get my offer together. Okay, so I did, and I got it's a little video course that comes through an autoresponder series, and I got the form up on my website. Yesterday afternoon, about 24 hours ago, I sent out the letter that I had written pretty much according to, these guidelines. And I sent out the letter to my current list. Now, as you know, I have a list of people who are interested in taking guitar lessons. And within 24 hours, I got over 250 signups. This is monumentally more response than I've ever gotten from anything I've ever sent out to my list. It's incredible. So I know that the approaches that I'm using now, because of the things that I'm learning in this course, are obviously having a huge effect. Now, that said, that's 250 signups from people who are already in my circle. So the task now is to build a circle, to go out and find more people who are in that oholic niche, who want to learn to play guitar, but they and I have not met yet, and figure out how to invite them in to take advantage of this offer and to join my database. So specifically, he talks about, anyway, lots of good notes again. He talks about things you can do online that are free but just legwork, things that you can do online that cost money and legwork, and then the same for offline, things you can do in just sort of the real world that are free or low cost, and things that are not free but may have a good effect in terms of reaching other segments of your oholic niche. So basically, in the homework I was supposed to come up with some specific ideas, so I've been sitting here for a while coming up with specific ideas under each of those categories. Now what I have to do is really go look into them. And, for instance, I noted the best known acoustic guitar magazine in the country. It's got a really good subscribership. Well, wouldn't it be great to put an ad in there? Well, what I have to look into is how much does that cost? I mean, it could really be prohibitive for me. It probably is at this point. But the other point that he makes that is really helpful for me is the idea of starting small and sort of building your strategy based on the results. So what I'm thinking is, maybe conceptualize the ad I might put in a wide circulation magazine, but put it in smaller places that I can afford and see what the response is. And if the response is great, then maybe go out on a limb and go for it. If the response needs to be, if it's not great, maybe tweak the ad, maybe change what it looks like or what it says, and kind of take a little time and testing to figure out what strategies are speaking to the audience who's out there and which ones are not. And I can't guess at it. I just have to try things and see what the response is. So that was a really, really, really good point for me to get, because my thought process tends to be, I've got a great offer. Let me go see if I can advertise it in the biggest magazine in the country right now. Well, no, I'm not ready for that yet. I need to learn how to best spend that advertising money by having honed an ad or an idea, an article, something that is getting really good response. I already know the offer is getting really good response. Thank goodness. So now I've got to figure out how to promote it in the world. And so I've got my notes, I've got some ideas, and what I'm going to spend the rest of today doing is just looking into these ideas online and, kind of mulling them over. I can't do them all. I'm just one person. I have to pick a few and do them. So at this point, I just have to sort of research all the ideas, see which ones I can cross right off the list because they are way too expensive or they're stupid, and see if I can, narrow it down to a few things that are doable, and then do them. So I will keep you posted. See you tomorrow.